The big more fiction than fact? Let's talk about sex, baby. It's a topic that has fascinated humans for centuries, and yet it remains one of the most complex and misunderstood aspects of our lives. More specifically, let's talk about orgasms. These elusive moments of intense pleasure are often seen as the pinnacle of sexual experience. Orgasms are often portrayed as the grand finale of sex, the fireworks at the end of the show. Movies, TV shows, and even books depict them as the ultimate goal, the definitive proof of a successful sexual encounter. But what if we told you that faking it is more common than you think? It's true. Many people, especially women, have admitted to pretending to climax at some point in their lives. Many women, and even some men, pretend to climax at some point in their lives. This phenomenon isn't just a rare occurrence, it's surprisingly widespread. It's a topic that's often whispered about, but understanding why people fake it can lead to better conversations about sex and intimacy. So, why do people fake orgasms? The reasons are varied and complex. Some do it to boost their partner's ego, to avoid hurting their feelings, or to bring an unsatisfying encounter to a quicker end. Others might fake it because they feel pressured to perform, or because they believe that climaxing is expected of them. The pressure to achieve orgasm can be immense, and it can sometimes overshadow the actual experience of intimacy and connection. This pressure can come from societal expectations, media portrayals, or even personal insecurities. When the focus is solely on reaching the big O, it can create a stressful environment that makes it even harder to achieve. Open communication is key. Talking openly with your partner about your needs, desires, and experiences can help alleviate some of this pressure. It can also lead to a more fulfilling and authentic sexual relationship. Remember, sex is not just about the destination, it's about the journey. The moments of connection, the shared laughter, and the mutual understanding are just as important, if not more so, than the orgasm itself. So the next time you find yourself caught up in the quest for the perfect orgasm, take a step back and focus on the connection you share with your partner. After all, the true essence of intimacy lies in the bond you create together, not just in the climax. By shifting the focus from performance to connection, you can create a more satisfying and meaningful sexual experience. And who knows, you might just find that the journey is even more rewarding than the destination. The numbers don't lie. Faking it is common. Recent studies have revealed some pretty interesting statistics about faking orgasms. Did you know that a whopping 64% of women admit to faking it? Compare that to 34% of men, and it's clear that this is an experience many women share. These numbers highlight that faking orgasms isn't some rare phenomenon. It's actually quite prevalent. So if you've ever faked it, know that you're definitely not alone. New relationship, new pressures. Ever felt the pressure to perform in a new relationship? It's totally normal. When you're still getting to know someone, it can be hard to be completely honest about what feels good in bed. Maybe you're not sure what your partner likes, or maybe you're afraid of hurting their ego. This uncertainty can lead to faking it as a way to avoid awkward conversations or potential disappointment. Sex toys, friend or foe in the bedroom? This is a question that many couples find themselves asking as they navigate the complexities of their intimate lives. Sex toys are becoming increasingly popular, and for good reason. They offer a variety of options to suit different preferences and needs, making them a versatile addition to any bedroom. From vibrators to dildos, and everything in between, there's something for everyone. They can add a whole new level of excitement and exploration to your sex life. Imagine the thrill of trying something new with your partner, discovering new sensations, and deepening your connection. It's like embarking on a shared adventure, where the destination is mutual pleasure. But can they play a role in faking orgasms? This is where things get a bit more complicated. The use of sex toys can sometimes blur the lines between genuine pleasure and performance. The answer is, it's complicated. On one hand, sex toys can be incredibly effective in helping individuals achieve real orgasms. They can provide the kind of stimulation that might be difficult to achieve through manual or oral means alone. Some people might use toys to help them achieve a real orgasm, experiencing genuine pleasure and satisfaction. This can be particularly beneficial for those who have difficulty reaching orgasm through traditional methods, while others might use them to enhance a faked one. In some cases, individuals might feel pressured to perform or meet their partner's expectations, leading them to use toys as a way to simulate pleasure. The key takeaway here is that toys are just tools. They are neither inherently good nor bad. Their value lies in how they are used. Open communication with your partner is essential to ensure that both parties are on the same page and that the use of toys enhances, rather than detracts from, the sexual experience. How you use them is up to you and your partner. Whether you're using them to spice things up, explore new fantasies, or simply add a bit of fun to your routine, the most important thing is that both partners feel comfortable and satisfied. So, are sex toys a friend or foe in the bedroom? The answer ultimately depends on how they are used and the dynamics of your relationship. With open communication and mutual consent, they can be a wonderful addition to your intimate life. Section 5. Long-term love, honesty wins. One of the beautiful things about long-term relationships is the comfort and acceptance that comes with truly knowing your partner. And guess what? This openness often translates to the bedroom. Studies show that people in longer relationships are less likely to fake orgasms. Why? Because they've built trust and communication. They feel comfortable expressing their needs and desires without fear of judgment. Section 6. I'll have what she's having, faking it in pop culture. Remember that iconic scene in When Harry Met Sally? You know the one. It's a hilarious example of how faking orgasms has become ingrained in our cultural consciousness. But pop culture doesn't always reflect reality. While movies might make light of faking it, in real life it's often tied to deeper issues like communication and intimacy. Section 7. Fake it till you make it, not always. Some people believe that faking orgasms can be a way to improve their sex lives. The thinking is, if you pretend to enjoy something, eventually you will. But is this really true? While faking it occasionally might not be a big deal, consistently doing so can actually hinder your sexual satisfaction in the long run. It prevents you from communicating your needs and discovering what truly brings you pleasure. Section 8. Great sex doesn't need fireworks. Here's a liberating thought. You don't need to have an orgasm every time you have sex to enjoy yourself. Pleasure comes in many forms, and focusing solely on the big O can actually make it harder to relax and enjoy the journey. Instead of putting pressure on yourself to climax, try focusing on all the other amazing sensations of sex. The closeness, the touch, the intimacy, these are all incredible parts of the experience. Section 9. Communication is key, the real truth about faking it. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? Faking orgasms is a complex issue influenced by a variety of factors. It's not just about the physical act, it's deeply rooted in emotional and psychological aspects as well. Many people fake it for different reasons, ranging from wanting to please their partner to avoiding awkward conversations about sexual satisfaction. Faking orgasms is a complex issue influenced by a variety of factors. For some, it might be about not wanting to hurt their partner's feelings. For others, it could be about societal pressures or personal insecurities. It's important to understand that this behavior doesn't necessarily mean there's something wrong with the relationship or the sexual connection. It's not always about having a bad partner or a bad sex life. Sometimes, it's about the fear of vulnerability or the discomfort of discussing sexual needs openly. Many people feel that admitting they didn't reach orgasm might make them seem inadequate or might disappoint their partner. But the truth is, these conversations are essential for building a stronger, more intimate connection. The most important thing is to remember that open and honest communication is crucial for a fulfilling and pleasurable sexual relationship. Talk to your partner, explore your bodies together, and don't be afraid to be honest about what feels good and what doesn't. It's through these honest conversations that couples can learn more about each other's desires and preferences, leading to a more satisfying sexual experience for both. And don't be afraid to be honest about what feels good and what doesn't. Remember, sexual satisfaction is a journey, not a destination. It's about exploring, learning, and growing together. So take the time to communicate, be patient with each other, and most importantly, enjoy the process of discovering what brings you both pleasure. By fostering an environment of trust and openness, you can create a more fulfilling